What? Hi, Guardian R33. You're that guy with the skyline, aren't you? Crazy. Crazy welcome to Fluffernutter Live episode 3. All of my, I guess you would say, non-football watching followers, if anything. Matthew Carter 8, welcome. Unless you're going to leave soon. We'll see if this entertains you. Anyways, welcome to episode 3. I'm in my sweatpants. I have my Fluffernutter material here. Got the fluff. Got the peanut butter. And Matthew left. Or, well, I don't know who left. Tahir could have left. And I have my bread. Man, do I have a rant today about firearms. I kind of just want to eat this now. Yeah, I think I want to eat this now. Let me relax a bit, guys. I know I'm coming on... Usually come off a lot of energy. I am stressed. Stressed to the max right now. The door just closed by itself. That's creepy. I have a couple questions from people. I have like 8 or 9 questions from people asking about flight school. And I want to rant about firearms as I'm in the middle of a process with that. And as well, other stuff. We'll talk about other stuff. I have to have a little talk. I have a new segment to my show that I'm going to be doing, which is kind of interesting. So, who's still on? Is it Tahir or is it Matthew L. Carter 8? I'm curious who the one person that's following right now is. I'd like to adapt to my audience. I didn't even clap myself on. Hold on. I got it. Yeah. Okay. It is Brown Guy. Why are you watching? Are you just like taking the Sunday off? I'm used to you just working on Sundays. Are you at the shop? I shouldn't be doing this. I'm not going to have a conversation with you in the middle of live. It's not just for you to hear. It's not just for you. Are you at the shop, though? So, you guys can answer this yourselves, the people that watch these videos on YouTube, because more people watch us on YouTube than come on live. How are you guys doing? Yeah? Did you guys enjoy the New Year's Eve that just passed? Completely wasted. It seems harder than it was last time. Hold on. Okay. I did and I left. Ha. Do what I want but home. Okay. You gotta put in the comment. Let me know. Oh, Johnny has joined us. We have no racist, but we have 2... we'll say South American descent people. There, I'll wave at Johnny too. Alright, everybody's getting waved at. Johnny, I saw that little that video you posted today on your bike. That was funny. You shouldn't be riding and driving, or riding and filming at the same time. You fuckers get to take over the road. You might as well pay attention to the same rules as the rest of us. Okay, I have a big rant. It's about firearms. Okay, I just got done taking my concealed carry course because my dumbass decided to let my concealed carry permit expire. And for those of you guys that are watching this because of flight school stuff, I'm going to get to that in a second. But these Fluffernutter Lives aren't specific for flight school. They're just, I'm using them because it seems people like to connect with me about flight school through Fluffernutter Live. But Fluffernutter Lives are just about everything. It's where I talk my own life, answer your questions. And whatever else chaos happens, it seems that nothing ever seems to go aligned with what I intended to on this show. Oh, and I make a Fluffernutter. That's the important part, and it is complete. As you guys can see, I don't know, is there a good side to show you? Look at that. Look at that. So unhealthy. Okay. So, I'm in the process of getting my concealed carry. Actually, I got my concealed carry class done. I just got to get it processed now, but that's a whole other thing. Point is, as I'm in the process of like shifting to different firearms, the whole deal. Now, this is nationwide, the thing I'm going to be complaining about. It's about a form called 4473. And what is with the Why are there water guns in the comments? That is a water gun, right? Oh, that's right, because they got rid of the gun emoji and replaced it with water pistols. I remember that. Anyways, that makes sense because I'm talking about guns. So, the way it works is it's recommended that if you have a private sale, so if I'm going to, for example, sell to Johnny or to here, what's supposed to happen is I'm supposed to create a bill of sale, have that person sign that bill of sale, and then you go to an FFL, which is a gun dealer for any of you guys that don't follow guns, and then they're supposed to sign a form called the 4473. Everybody say hi to Mom. That's who Susan Teach Out 1 is. So, supposed to sign this form, and it's an ATF form, okay? Now, what happens is they'll send your information to something called the NICS, where they do a background check. And that information is destroyed 24 hours later, okay? So that's not the problem. Because the NICS is a database that the FBI uses to make sure that everybody, you know, their criminal background check, the whole deal. So, now, NICS, they delete that information instantly. The problem is this 4473 form. Now, for any of you guys that don't know, that aren't like pro Second Amendment or whatever it is, there is not supposed to be a legal thing in place that would essentially be a database that would be accessible to any government entity to know how many firearms a person has, what type of firearms a person has, the whole deal, right? Now, I was about to go through this process and exchange a firearm and everything, but the problem is, here's what happens when you sign that form. Now, when you go to a gun show or a gun dealer, you sign that form, and they're supposed to hold on to it for 20 to 25 years. I forget what it is, and then they destroy it, right? They have to keep a physical copy. They can't have a digital version, okay? So, or I think they just switched to digital or something. I don't remember. Either way, it's with the gun dealer. Not too a problem. They're not a government entity. That's whatever, right? It's a little iffy, but it's something there. On that form, you give everything, your social security number, your first, last name, your address, what firearm you have, the serial number to that firearm. Okay. So, a lot of information about what you just purchased. That form, if that business goes out of business, or if the government decides to approach the ATF, or approach the gun shop with like any kind of like warrant or whatever it is, they have the legal right to get access to all of those documents, which is ridiculous. And the big one here, it's not even the warrant process, right? Okay, so they get a warrant. The problem is if they go out of business, which is, like, you can't predict that. And that means that you would hope that the gun store would completely destroy them or whatever, but they're not going to go to jail for you. Well, they might, unless if they're hardcore pro Second Amendment, and, like, destroy all those documents before they get access to them. That's not going to happen. So they're most likely going to take the legal-abiding approach and give that information to the ATF. Now, this is already understood. This isn't where my complaint really seeds yet. Where my complaint comes into play, I need a bite, guys. Okay. Well, the complaint is, this document gets sent to the ATF. There's this huge warehouse, and I think it's in West Virginia or Virginia, where all these documents are sent. And what they do is the ATF will take pictures of them. That's what they used to do, and put them on this reel. And put it in storage, right? Thousands and thousands of documents. Huge pain in the ass to have to sort through that. But recently, they've been scanning them into PDFs. And everybody's still like, well, whatever, it's not searchable, right? Here's the problem. When you scan that document as a PDF file, okay, and you give it to the ATF, and they have access to all these thousands of documents. Think about if they were going to go hardcore totalitarian and take over, right? It's a little extreme, but let's say it happens. They can just get access to all these PDF documents, process them to the most basic database. I have the software now. I can take the PDF, I can scan it, and it'll tell me all the text. It'll input all that text into a Word document for me. Meaning that the ATF has access to all these documents, or well, they could have access to those documents, that They can just scan, like instantly, just process them instantly and have access to an actual registry for firearms. And pro-Second Amendment people are like supporting this in a way where they're like, well, it's too much work for them to be able to have to cipher through all that. Do you know how quick, if the government decided to spend millions of dollars into the machinery to process all the documentation that they have, any time where they're having to fight an internal warfare on domestic land, they'll invest the money and they can process all those paperworks pretty freaking fast. Let's say give them a whole year, whatever. Like they're getting access to a whole database of firearms. So that's where my complaint lies. Is I don't understand why, and I'm leaning towards that maybe there's something I don't know, because there's a lot of gun people that support this, and I don't know why. It's freaking weird to me, because to me I'm just like, that form shouldn't exist. Period. I'm okay with the NICS thing, because that information gets deleted instantly. But this is literally documentation of a firearm that I purchased or sold, or like the caliber, the serial number, everything. Fucking everything. Man. Okay. I deserve a clap after that. Thank you. Thank you. How you guys doing? Now there's 4 of you. I don't know who the 4th person is. Mom's here, Johnny. I don't know who the 4th one is. And they're gone again. They keep coming back. Okay. What was I going to do? The other topic. Because I got to get to these questions that people have asked me. Okay, so. Oh yeah, I'm getting into P90X. I do what I want, Mom. Mom's telling me to chew before talking. It's the weird nature of the show. It's a show where I have to talk while I'm putting food in my mouth. Okay. And it's not really a big deal, but I'm getting back into P90X. And yeah. I gotta hurry to get these questions, but either way. I told you, man, I'm stressed out. This is crazy. All this studying and everything, trying to get all this stuff done for moving and getting prepped for filming at the flight school, it's crazy. Johnny says I can talk with my mouth full, so, because it's cool now. Who needs manners, right? Such a white people thing. Ooh. Nope, don't take that. Jokes. Okay. So I'm getting back into P90X. If you guys don't know, I used to be a Beachbody coach back in the day. Never sold a thing, because I wasn't really good at it, but I did the whole P90X. So I'm trying this P90X3 thing out, because I barely have any time to work out, so this is going to be perfect. So, okay. Let me get to questions. Matthew. A friend told me I couldn't get a shout out on YouTube. I'm wondering if you can prove him wrong. I don't know if it counts. I don't know if it counts. Okay. We'll try this. I'm trying to think, because it's Instagram Live. Does it count if I do it here and then I upload it to YouTube and then you're getting shouted out from an Instagram Live video that was uploaded to YouTube? I'm going to assume that it does. Okay, hold on. Okay. Hey, come back. Where'd the thing go? Okay. Alright, I'm going to pretend like I was just doing normal shit, and then I'm just going to be like, hey, whatever. Okay, cool. So, eat my sandwich. Making too much out of this. Okay. Doing things. I hope I say your name right. Matthew Morrissey 122020001 is on. Shout it out to the foolish just now. Oh man, that was a solid question. Okay, now that you're getting into a field that is a bit lucrative, would you buy a Model S or Model X? No. I don't want a car. I don't want an SUV. I want a pickup truck. So, I'm trying to convince myself into the Cybertruck, which I have time. I'm not going to be in the airlines for another 2 years if I go that route. But even then, like right now, I really want the Rivian. Like, I don't see how anything beats the Rivian right now. Like, okay, spec-wise, the Cybertruck destroys the Rivian. Well, beats it. But the Rivian is so sexy, man. I just love that truck. An electric pickup truck. Let me rant about this really quick. Pickup trucks are... Okay, how do you explain this? Okay, with the gas world, the bigger a vehicle is, the more gas it guzzles, and it gets harder and harder to add more horsepower, right? Okay, in the electric world, it switches. What happens, like a Ford F-150, right, will get maybe 15 miles to the gallon. I don't know its range. I know it's short, obviously. They have to put a huge-ass fuel tank in there. Right? I love the Rivian. But, okay, so they have to put a huge fuel tank, which adds more weight, the whole deal, right? Okay. Now, with an electric truck, it's literally the perfect vehicle because electric pickup trucks not only get, for example, the Rivian starting out around like 400 miles of range. Cybertruck has that version that comes with 500 miles of range. And that's because they can fit a bigger battery into the vehicle. So you're getting better range, no having to worry about like horrible gas mileage or anything. It doesn't drain the battery fast or anything. And maintenance is to a minimal. Like most Tesla owners only replace their tires and the windshield wipers. So I don't know. So Matthew, if they come out with a Raptor that's electric, it'll be interesting. I don't know because I'm not a fan of Ford's design, like their interior design. I like the exterior. I love the way the Fords look. But Rivian to me it's the best. It's this mid-sized truck that just does so well. So yeah, that's the thing. So that's what I'd be looking for. I'd be looking to get like an electric pickup truck of some sort. Right now, it's in between the Rivian, the R1T, or Tesla's Cybertruck. But I'm having a hard time convincing myself with the Cybertruck. It's cool, but it's really hard to like convince myself to like the way it looks. So, yeah, it's interesting when you look into the. Okay, so Johnny said that, but sarcastically, but it's so pollutive when it has to be totaled. They say. And it's interesting when you really dive into the research, which believe me, I have because I hate myself with how much I dive into things. God, it's so much misinformation. Okay, the mirror image. This is CJ. He said your fluff to nutter ratio. I would say it's close to even, but there's more peanut butter than there is marshmallow, and there's more bread than everything else. So that's a thing. Doesn't matter. I've never seen CJ on this live video. So you're going to have to see it when I post it on YouTube or Facebook. Okay. Was it hard getting into Blue Line? Go ahead. This is a common misconception about flight schools. Colin, if you stick around, I'm actually about to talk about that. Okay. So Colin asked Blue Line or ATP. What was the question about Blue Line? Oh, is it hard to get into it? Okay. So it's not hard to get into a flight school. That's not really how it works. It's not like Harvard. It's not like a college. There is some level of acceptance, and ATP kind of puts out a fluff as well, where it's like this. Like they call it an admissions flight, the whole deal. Like it's this thorough vetting process. ATP does have kind of like these higher requirements compared to other flight schools, but in the end, it really doesn't matter. In the end, if you are even just slightly competent as an individual and you're not a complete dick, and you have the money to do it, flight schools are going to accept you. It's when you get in about whether or not you survive that's going to be a whole other thing. So, I don't know anybody that was rejected, unless they just simply didn't meet their own requirements because they were 16, or they had some disability that prevented them from flying, which isn't a flight school thing, that's an FAA thing. So I wouldn't say that much. Okay, let's see, what was the next question? How long is Blue Line schooling? Okay, so let me get to, because Colin just asked Blue Line or ATP. So, Colin, to keep this really simple, I have a video that's going to be coming out. I'm scripting it right now, and it's similar to the video you probably saw. It'll be structured in a very similar way, where I go over everything. The cost of both schools, the quality of instruction, the quality of the fleets, the location, literally every aspect of it. And what I will do with that information is compare the two, and in the end of that video, I end up letting you know that I chose Blue Line. And it's not that... It's really complicated because it's not as simple as just saying that Blue Line is better than ATP. It is for my sense, but there's a lot of your own personal stuff that makes the decision about what flight school is best for you. The thing about Blue Line has a lot of advantages, like a lot of advantages. And so that's why I am going to Blue Line. I actually start February 17th. It took so much research. Like, it burnt my brain out. Like, it was crazy. There are so many variables to choosing a flight school. But in the end, like I said, Blue Line just came out on top, which now I can lead into questions about Blue Line. How long is Blue Line schooling? Someone asked. Blue Line schooling is 5.5 months long, which that's one of the huge advantages. I was worried about the idea because ATP is 9 months long, but Blue Line is 5.5. So I'm like, okay, let me get this straight. You're cramming 3 to 4 years of schooling into a 9-month period at ATP. And then Blue Line does that in the same way, but in 5.5 months? That scared me. But after understanding their curriculum and understanding the difference between a Part 61 and a Part 141 school, when you look into that, you start to understand how Blue Line's able to do what they're doing. And back in the day, not so long ago, ATP used to be a 6-month school. So it's not that crazy, to be honest. And there's been plenty. They have a high graduation ratio at Blue Line. I'm pretty sure they were like in the 80 percentile or something like that. I don't remember. So, what are you guys talking about? Congratulating Colin. 6x6 Velociraptor. Did they make those 6 wheels? Craig says, has a student crashed a plane? Yeah, I think 2 died last year. One was wanting to... there's this like heart story to it because she crashed and she was pursuing flight school to work for FedEx, and FedEx ended up saying, like, sent a letter to the parents about how like she is now a part of FedEx or whatever. It happens. People crash at flight schools. So, Colin says, I'm coming into Blue Line or ATP with my PPL. Do I have to do CFI, CFII, MEI? You don't have to do any of those things. Both schools provide the programs separately. So if you wanted to get your CFI separately or your CFII, they'll provide it all separately. But if you do the career pilot program through ATP or Blue Line, you're getting all your ratings. And we'll say up to commercial, because where it gets iffy is the ATP one. The ATP rating, not the school. So at the school ATP, they guarantee you the instructor position. Blue Line does not. But here's the reason why they don't guarantee it, is because Blue Line's really big on having quality instructors. And for that to happen, what they end up doing is there's a high probability of getting an instructor job at Blue Line, but they vet you beforehand. They want to make sure you're a quality instructor before you end up going on instructing their students, affecting the quality of their school. ATP is just quick to fire you. So they'll bring you on, and then if you suck as an instructor, they're like, bye. And then you just leave. If you're coming with your PPL, I don't remember what... I'm pretty sure Blue Line still came out cheaper. Yeah, it does. Because something that a lot of people don't consider is ATP is 9 months long, right? That's not just 9 months of schooling that you're paying for. That's 9 months of personal expenses that you're talking about as well. Those are numbers that surprisingly a huge number of students that I talked with did not calculate into their finances. Let's see, Sis joined. Hi, Sis. The green jacket you got me for Christmas, I love that thing. I'm like always looking for a reason to wear it. So that's great. But Colin, if you go in with your PPL and you choose those programs, you are getting all of your ratings. And then if you become an instructor with one of those schools, you get your ratings all the way through to get your ATP to rack up your 1,500 hours. I highly recommend, I don't know how fast you're trying to get into the flight school, but I would definitely recommend watching the video I post. I think it will give you some good structure and guidance on how to research flight schools. And I'm going to try to get that out as soon as possible. I don't really have a timeline, but I'm hoping to get it done in at least the next week or two. It is not an oversized turtleneck because it has a hood. Yeah. Okay. So fancy over here. It's even got these little metal tab things on it. Yeah. I remember back in the day, my grandpa bought me Jordans. First expensive pair of shoes I ever owned. And they had metal taps things or whatever you call that. That was awesome. Mom, I know she was talking about the sweater I'm wearing now. Stay in the living room. Okay. More questions. Am I just getting my private at Blue Line? No, I am doing the full career pilot program. I'm coming in with 0 experience, no private, and I'm getting all my ratings all the way up to hopefully. I'm pretty confident I'm going to be getting an instructor job there at Blue Line. And if I do, I'm going to get my ATP. But worst case is, yeah, definitely get my my commercial. When does your comparison video come out? I just talked about that. Hopefully in the next week or two. Did I choose Blue Line? I did choose Blue Line. Shocker, if I haven't already said it. Huh. Do you guys have any questions? John, it's Fred, you're still on. You're not even going to flight school and you're just still chilling. I have a new segment where I'm supposed to talk to myself. I wonder if they make a Mile High Club card. It's got like little hole punch things in it. You get a free Mile High experience after the 10th one. Oh, I didn't turn off. Oh, that's SpaceX. Oh, speaking of which, SpaceX. Let me turn off my notifications before that freaks out again. Okay. What was I saying? Oh, SpaceX. Let's see here. I'm pretty sure they're launching Tuesday. So for all my Florida peeps, it got rescheduled from last week. And they are launching January 7th. Yep, that's Tuesday. No. That's tomorrow. January 6th. At 9:19 p.m. Is this a land landing? Nope. They're going to attempt to land it on the ship. Like, attempt. Like, they're not going to land it on the ship. That sound you heard was my notification. I have a checklist that I go through before I start this, and I just didn't go through it this time. So I didn't turn off my notification sound. So I just did now, so you don't have to worry about it. All those Pornhub ads and everything that I'm getting now. Just can't stop them. Ooh, Matthew, that's a hard... I don't know. I would assume, in the end, Verizon is the best you can go with, but I'm with T-Mobile, and I've had a great experience. And I had T-Mobile the entire time while I was visiting Blue Line, and it worked out for me. So, go! Let me try this shit real quick. Okay, I'm going to try this segment. It's called A Talk With Myself. And it's where I talk with myself. But I end up trying to tell myself about things that I'm running into, problems I'm running into. Let's try this. Oh my god. Let's start A Talk With Myself. Hey man, how you doing? Look, you've been beating yourself up a little bit lately, and it's kind of ineffective. I don't know if you noticed that. Like, you're beating yourself up, but nothing's coming from it. And you know the problem I'm talking about, right? Yeah, you do, because you're me. That's right. Yeah, that's where I want to talk to you about. So, it's pointless to beat yourself up about something you're doing, or something you're not doing, something you should be doing, whatever it would be. But it matters that you have to be effective at the same time. So, why beat yourself up if nothing's coming from it? Now, I'm not saying give up. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that it's pointless to beat yourself up and not get anywhere. So, you're lost? You don't know what I'm talking about? You're so silly. Let me tell you. You remember when you woke up at 1 p.m. the other day? How about 11 p.m. on a common threshold? You're really not disciplined right now with the whole sleep aspect, are you? I get it. You've been sleeping until what? You've been going to bed at like what, 5 a.m. sometimes? 4 a.m.? And I get that. But you gotta do something. It's pointless to beat yourself up about something and not effectively get something done at the same time. So, here's what I'm recommending, right? You can't You have to, self-awareness is about being able to recognize not only the good about yourself, but it's also the bad about yourself. So, what you should do is recognize the bad in this scenario, that you don't have the discipline to get out of bed. For whatever reason, that version of you, at 8 a.m. when your alarm goes off and you're not waking up, it's not working with you. He's not going to wake up. It's not going to happen. So how do we solve this? I got you. This is where you're going to have to force yourself physically to get something done, right? So, I have a recommendation. Let's move the phone. Let's move it away from the bed. Just get it away from the bedside. Let's try. Let's start from there. And then, if you continue to move the phone farther and farther away, making the alarm more and more annoying, and you continue to mess up, keep beating yourself up. That pushes you forward. But don't beat yourself up and just sit there and be mad because you're not disciplined enough to wake up at 8 a.m. with the phone next to your bed. It doesn't matter, because you're not going to get up anyways. You can beat yourself up as much as you want. So, let's work with each other, man. Let's go ahead and move that phone. Let's make it more annoying if we have to. But we have a goal to get. We're going to do this. Alright? Good chat, man. And, I don't know, maybe we'll meet up again. And we'll talk. You one-on-one, heart-to-heart, because we're literally the same person. Okay? Okay. Good chat. And I'll see you some other time. Alright? And we're back to Fluffernutter Live. Let me stop this heartwarming music. Johnny mentioned that I should have a break. Like a intermission of sorts. That'd be cool. John Mayer does it, but I think because he has a high following, he can do this thing where he literally posts commercials from like the 60s and 70s. He'll put it up. Welcome, Cat. 32 minutes late, but welcome. I'll wave at you anyways. Okay. So, let me know. What do you guys think of that? I like that little segment. I think I like it. There are things every week, there's something that I'm trying to like tackle about myself. I'm gonna let you guys talk for just a little bit. Because that's all I have for my notes. I'm a woman. I was cooking and cleaning. I have other responsibilities. That's a load of nothing. That's a lack of loyalty. That's what I hear. To me, not to Johnny. You're obviously committing to Johnny because you're cleaning and cooking for him. Okay, you guys. I'll wait and see if you guys have anything else to say. Oh yeah, he was talking about his commercial. Before I get off, he posts these commercials like in the middle of things. He'll be able to do it on Instagram Live, but I assume it's because he has millions of followers. He probably has different settings than I do. Even though my thing set as a business profile, but whatever. Cool, Matthew likes it. I think I'm gonna continue to do it. I kind of liked it. I was nervous about it. Because when I wrote it out, I was like, I don't know. Kind of weird to talk to yourself. What time is it? 7:33? 7:35. I'm going to start the timer, guys. Okay? So if you guys have anything to say, you have 2 minutes to figure it out. Let me see if I can find suspenseful music. No, I can't, because then I have to license it, and I don't want to do that. So stupid. Someone, by the way, asked if I'm going to be posting videos while I'm at Blue Line. Oh, there's stuff all over my fingers. I'll be probably doing these while I'm at Blue Line. So, doing weekly videos and talking about my experience there. I will be filming myself in school, but that's about it. Use your phone. Put it to the camera, and put the commercial on, and then take it away. I mean, I could. I use my Mac for my timer, for my intro and outro. Which no one's really on time with my... Like, no one really shows up. It's random people that don't stay, show up when my Instagram Live starts, and it has the timer in the beginning. And then everybody else that stays is usually, like, after the timer. Is it 7:30? We got 1 minute left. I might. I just don't need a commercial break yet. I don't have enough segments. I only talk for like half an hour. Oh, it's 7:35. Okay, let me get the timer set up. Guys, it was fun. It's crazy. I get nervous before I do all these. Ooh, let's not do that. Jab my knife through the computer screen. Okay. But I ended up like I always enjoy doing these things. I should finish the. Okay, I got one more bite. I'll finish the sandwich. Well, I'm telling you, it sounds like a lot of work along with flying. Yeah, we'll see if I can. That's the whole reason why, like, while I'm filming during school, I most likely won't edit the videos. Filming's easy. It's the editing that takes a lot of time. So I'll most likely just edit the videos after I graduate and hopefully become an instructor, and then post week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4 videos and stuff like that. So I actually talk with the owner tomorrow. Hopefully I can get some leeway to film certain things that I want to film. I learn a new recipe every Sunday. Why? The only recipe that matters is the Fluffernutter. We're done here. I gotta start the timer, guys. I love your face. Okay, let's get that lined up perfectly. Okay. Love your face, guys. See you next Sunday. Most likely 7 p.m. We'll see how that goes. I go to Raleigh next weekend. Gotta go check out the place I'm staying at. Kat, you severely underestimate the nutritional value of a Fluffernutter sandwich. It'll feed a woman. It'll feed a horse. Feed an elephant. It'll feed a pig. It'll feed a man going into combat. Do not underestimate the Fluffernutter. Where's my water? See, Matthew agrees with me. Although he's a male, so I don't know if his opinion counts. Did I show you guys this last night? Yeah, I did, right? I don't fall in that hard. I got it for Christmas. I swear. Whew, P90X3's coming around. We'll see how that is. I think I start this week. So, oh, here's the drop, guys. Right here. At 52 to 51. So yeah, start P90X3. Hopefully I won't be dead next Sunday. But I will be here Sunday, 7 p.m. Instagram Live. Andy, Pate Vlogs. What a show, man. High production shit right here. Alright, love your face.